The MDF sticks to the hole saw, so I just use a brush to knock it off. You get less burn marks if you turn it over midway. It's also easier to pop off the blank. Now I can clean up the edges on the sander and get rid of that little lip. If you don't really feel like playing ninja when you're sanding the little donuts, you can use a Robertson screwdriver, or also known as garçon à Robert in French. Put it in the little hole, hold it like this, and then you can do your sanding. I did a few tests off camera, and if I want the rope to be a snug fit in the hole, in my case I need to use a drill bit that's a 23/64. I added electrical tape on the end of the rope, and that allows me to put it in this hole like this, and then the donut slides snugly on the rope. Now I'm going to use screws to set the height of the donuts, which are going to hold the shelves. So I'll start by drilling the holes on this side here. Alright, now I'll countersink the end here so that once the screw is all the way in, the head is flat with the side of the donut. This should be enough. Now I want the screw to end up flush with the edge, and I don't really want the screw to go through the rope, so I'm gonna have to cut my screws probably around here so that the flat surface can smush the rope. I pre-drilled and put in all my screws in a piece of scrap wood, and they're all at the same depth. So now I can clamp this in the vise and use a grinder to cut the screws, and they should all be the same length. But first I'll try one to make sure I have the correct length. Nice. It's easy to make everything look perfect in the video, but I wanted to point out that I had to try 3 different drill bits before I got to the correct size. If the drill bit is too small, when you put in the screw, it splits the donut open like this. So you have to make sure that your drill bit is almost the same size as the screw and its threads. That way it doesn't push the donut open. This is making me hungry. Our living room window looks something like this. There's a main panel and 2 side panels that go up and down. I wanted to have 3 shelves. 1, 2, 3. And it's going to be hung from hooks at the top with the strings like this. So if you would look at the window from the top, you would have the 4 posts and the 3 glass panels. Instead of having just a shelf that was straight like this, I decided I would have it over the post. So I would have a notch in the corners. Off camera, I cut the 3 shelves. So it's gonna fit like this. The ropes are gonna go through the shelves right around here. So I can set up a stop block on the drill press and drill my holes. I'm gonna do us both a favor and skip over all the sanding and the painting. Everything is installed. I started by installing the hooks and making sure they were lined up with the holes in the shelves. Assembly was done on the floor. My first step was stringing the rope through the first shelf. After I added the support rings, and I repeated the steps for the 3 shelves. Once everything was together, I attached it to the hooks, and I used a small level to make sure all the shelves were leveled. Here you can see the adjustment screw. Basically you just unscrew it a bit, adjust the height. When you have it in the right spot, you tighten it, and you can turn it just so it's not visible from the front. One thing to note, a few weeks after this was installed, I noticed the string kind of stretched out a little bit, so I'll probably have to readjust the supports to make sure everything is leveled. But after that it shouldn't move anymore. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.